Hello and welcome back to the Moorlands allotment. Today you find me in the home polytunnel. It's too wet to be up at the plot, so I thought I'd share what seeds I'm going to grow. We're into the second week of February now. I have had one other sowing in January. That was the crops that take longer. Those were a selection of hot chili peppers and some bell peppers. I also grew my first tray of onions. Today I'm going to be sowing some other things. Let's have a look what we've got. So onions first off. Golden Bear. Don't know if any of you are familiar with them. I've not grown them before. These ones are apparently good for outdoor plots like allotments because they have resistance to downy mildew. Got some red Brunswick. I grew those last year. They were quite nice. Grow some more of them. Even though I'm new to allotmenting, I'm not new to growing, so I have got a vegetable patch here in the garden for those who've seen my really old videos. And yeah, one thing I do need to get better at is succession sowing. So some of the varieties I'm going to sow today, I'm going to try and control myself and only grow a few and then grow a few more next month. Not necessarily the onions, but the brassicas. Musselburgh leeks, I'm going to grow a tray of those. And purple spring onions. Now I've grown the white spring onions for a couple of years and they've done really well, but I've not tried the purple ones, so I thought I'll give them a go. I am going to try some white ones as well, but I'll do them, like I say, succession sowing. I'll sow those next month. And some Zebrune shallots. Now I've never actually grown shallots, I haven't had the space for them, so it'd be interesting to see if I can grow them. I do like to eat them on a roast dinner or thrown into a casserole, so hopefully those will come up all right. I've got a couple of brassicas I'm going to start off. So cabbage, earliest of all. These little silver packets from Premier Seeds Direct are not much to look at, but if I remember I'll insert a picture into the video. And some Brussels sprouts, Christmas. Dreams of Christmas dinner. I'm going to be starting a tomato today, and it's Brad's Atomic Grape. I've had this offline off Etsy from a company called Seed Envy, so we'll see how that goes. I did watch a few videos last year of some of you growing them and people were saying how tasty they were, so I thought it's definitely worth a punt. I'm going to sow, I know it might be a little bit early for some, but I'm going to sow them and start them off in the polytunnel. I'm going to get some beetroot ready for the allotment. And flowers, of course. Some companion planting, because what's a garden without flowers? So the first one are French Marigolds. Now those are a really good companion plant. They deter the tomato hornworm and whitefly, so I'm going to be popping some in between my tomatoes. They're also really good at deterring the carrot fly apparently, because the scent disguises the scent of the carrots that the carrot fly look for. So we'll sow some of those. Calendula, another favourite of mine. I do like to harvest that and use it in soaps and other lotions. And some sweet peas. Elegant Lady, those ones are. What would an allotment be without sweet peas? Beautiful scent. And these last two are what I saved from flowers last year. No use showing you the package, really just envelopes, but I've got some Snapdragons and some hot pink cosmos. So the Snapdragons especially, they were just your basic mix, but I just got one odd flower out of the whole batch that came up, and it was a really vivid orange and pink. So I saved the seeds only from that one plant, and I'm hoping that when these germinate they're going to be the same variety. It might not, they might have cross-pollinated, but I think that's what makes gardening so exciting, isn't it? Thinking, will this happen, will that happen? We shall find out. And yes, the hot pink cosmos. I want some for the home garden and some for the allotment. A couple of sips of my tea and we'll get going. This is the seed compost I'm going to be using. I like to put some vermiculite in. It seems to make the soil mixture less dense. It helps it hold on to some water as well, so it's not drying out so quickly. Good mixing. See, it's a nice loose mix, fine soil. Just pecking out any stones that might be in there, any bits of twigs. Which the seeds will hopefully appreciate. I do use tap water for seedlings because when I've used rainwater in the past I've had a higher level of dampening off because it's not pure, is it? So most of the time it's more beneficial when they're established plants because they don't like the chlorine, but the seeds seem to do okay with it. Now I've always used this top-notch labelling system. Bit of duct tape, biro, stick it straight on the pots. It's probably evidence on some of these pots from years gone by, as you can see. So all I'll do, rather than trying to remove that because it's going to rip the plastic, these were only cheap, but it is about my 4th year using them, so I think single-use plastic's only problem if it is just that, single use. So if you're trying to go no plastic, still keep using what you've got until it's no good, otherwise it's defeating the object, isn't it? So what we're going to do first is, I think we'll go for the golden bear. And don't make the mistakes that I've done in previous years and think, I'll sow them and then label them up afterwards. No. I've also labelled them up with lollipop sticks and felt pen and they looked fab, and then after I've watered them I come to look at them, all the ink's run, and again didn't know. So this is seems to be a fail-proof system. Ta-da! Cheap and cheerful. There we go. Nothing fancy, but it does the job, and that's all that matters. I've got my glasses on for reading the seed packets. If I don't have them on, I can't read close up, and if I do have them on, I can't see far away. The golden bear onions. Like to open the packet over the seed tray, and then if you lose any, they're going to go on the soil and hopefully germinate. I'm going to put 3 in each cell. So where you'll watch it back and realise I've done one cell more than once. They're only to get to the pricking out stage, so they're not stopping in these cells. Just getting as much as I can on the heat mat, really. Nice big seeds actually, those. Popping the spares back into the original packet. Very lightly cover those back over. I don't think you have to be too precious, to be fair. Just enjoy it. You'll find people telling you to do it 1,000 different ways, but the basics is really get the soil damp, get the seeds in the soil, keep them warm till they germinate, and then keep them not overwatered, but make sure that they don't dry out. you should be okay. Here is the first sowing of the seeds I did in January. So these ones are a mixture of chili peppers. Got some red and yellow bell peppers in that little pot and a tray of white onion. So yeah, they've all come up quite well, but they need potted on now because they're only in seed compost, and seed compost has no food. So it's time to put them on into individual little pots with some multi-purpose compost. So here they are, all potted up to the next size. The ones in the propagator lid I'm going to put back under the lights, and the separate ones I'm going to pop into the kitchen windowsill. So I'm going to do a little experiment just to see what difference is made between the grow lights and a good sunny kitchen window. You know what, I really enjoyed that. Just an hour before work, sowing my seeds, and now my day's going to be full of optimism that these seeds are going to flourish. Let's see. The proof of the pudding shall be in the growing.